Chess grandmasters are some of the most respected players due to the nature of the game, but sometimes these genius grandmasters choose a somewhat inconvenient path into crime that gets them into trouble with the law and some serious jail time. Even behind bars, however, some players still continue to do what they love and play chess, and some even manage to become the second highest rated chess player all behind bars. Now, cheating during chess is illegal and is definitely something frowned upon, but it doesn't make a chess player a criminal, however. In this video, we are going to be talking about chess players who are actual legit criminals. Normal Tweed Whitaker. Whitaker was an American international master, a lawyer, a civil servant, and a chess author. Whitaker was born in Philadelphia and grew up in an upper-middle-class, socially prominent family. His father, Dr. Herbert Whitaker, was a respected mathematics teacher with a doctorate from the University of Pennsylvania, while his mother was well known as a champion whist player. Norman earned a bachelor's degree in German literature and a law degree from Georgetown University. His father taught him how to play chess when he was 14 years old and learned more by watching Harry Nelson Pillsbury, one of the world's very best players in 1905. Whitaker was a member of the Franklin Mercantile Chess Club, the nation's second oldest chess club, and represented Franklin in team matches. This club was named in honor of Benjamin Franklin, a Philadelphia chess enthusiast and one of the most prominent Americans of the 18th century. Whitaker in his teens won high-quality games in simultaneous exhibition against world chess champion Emmanuel Lasker and future world champion Jose Raul Capablanca. Lasker was in Philadelphia to play part of his World Chess Championship 1907 match against Frank Marshall. Eventually, Lasker won that match. While not of competitive significance, this achievement by Whitaker boosted his confidence and spurred his further development as a rising talent. By 1913, Whitaker was at the top of his game, and he even competed in the 1913 New York National Round Robin Tournament, dominating everyone, including players like Capablanca, Marshall, Janowski, and Jaffe. He continued to play in tournaments, getting stronger and stronger every game. In 1916, he was wiped off the map in a 7-game match with the former US champion Showalter. However, when they played another match in 1918, Whitaker turned the tables and won 4-1 with 3 draws. By 1921, Whitaker was at the international master level, doing well in very strong tournaments and beating giants like Edward Lasker and Frank Marshall. He was also practicing law by 1916, and he was working for the United States Patent and Trademark Office. But after that, everything would change as he was able to convince his brother and 2 sisters to join him in an insurance fraud scheme. This led to Whitaker spending 2 years in Leavenworth and was disbarred in 1924. When he was released from prison in 1927, he jumped back into chess, representing the US in several international events. Life seemed to be turning bright for him as he was doing well in his chess career and even got married. But after that, things only went downhill. In March of 1932, Charles Lindbergh's infant son was kidnapped and eventually murdered in what was called the crime of the century. Whitaker here did not see a crime, but an opportunity to make some easy money. He joined forces with Guts and Means, a crooked man who had been an agent for the Department of Justice, and they did their best to swindle a wealthy lady named Evelyn Walsh McLean out of a lot of money by saying they were in touch with the kidnappers and would make sure the baby would safely return. They both later got arrested, with Gaston getting 15 years and Whitaker getting 18 months. During his life, including Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, where he befriended the notorious Al Capone. After getting out, he continued his life of crime, running a lot of scams and defrauding wealthy people out of money, consistently going in and out of jail. Whitaker played in various chess tournaments between incarceration, and in 1965, he was officially given the International Master title by FIDE. But our next criminal wasn't just involved in scams, he was involved in murder and still managed to become the second highest US rated chess player, all from a jail cell. Claud Bloodgood. In the 1950s, young Bloodgood immersed himself in the world of chess. His involvement wasn't just limited to playing the game. He became a pivotal figure in the Virginia State Chess Federation, serving as a chess organizer and a rating statistician. With a personal rating of 1956, Bloodgood was actively shaping and participating in the chess scene of his time. The 1960s marked the beginning of Bloodgood's descent into a life of crime. Convicted of burglary and check forgery, his actions set him on a path that would drastically alter his life's trajectory. The most chilling episode came shortly after his release from prison in 1969. Bloodgood committed an unthinkable crime, the murder of his own mother, just 9 days after gaining his freedom. This act led to a death sentence, which was later commuted to life imprisonment. Bloodgood's life in prison wasn't idle. He turned to what he knew best, chess. He played thousands of chess games, some through correspondence with the outside world, and many more with fellow inmates. Bloodgood didn't just play, he orchestrated tournaments, creating a microorganism of chess world behind bars. These were not casual games, they were part of a well-thought-out strategy. Bloodgood knew the intricacies of the USCF rating system like the back of his hand. He hatched a plan to use this system to his advantage, registering inmates and carefully arranging matches. The strategy was slow but effective. With each victory against these artificially inflated rated prisoners, Bloodgood's own rating climbed. He had achieved a staggering USCF rating of 2,789, placing him as the second highest rated player in the US. The astronomical rise of Claud Bloodgood's chess rating didn't go unnoticed in the wider chess community. This extraordinary achievement, however, was shrouded in skepticism and controversy. The chess world began to question the legitimacy of his rating, given the unique and close environment in which he played. The Chess Federation, however, quickly caught up to what Bloodgood was doing and dismissed any games and rating he accumulated and did not even invite him to compete in the World Chess Championship game. Bloodgood's method was simple yet ingenious. By playing and winning against inmates, many of whom he himself had taught the game and whose ratings were inflated due to a limited pool of players, he steadily climbed the USCF ratings ladder. This approach did not break any explicit rules, but it raised ethical questions about the fairness and accuracy of the rating system, which ultimately got revamped after this incident. Now, Bloodgood's story is a crazy one, but he isn't the chessboard killer, however. I am talking about the Russian Alexander Pichushkin, also known as the chessboard killer. He was a very strong chess player and one of the world's most successful serial killers. Alexander is remembered to have been an initially sociable kid. However, this changed following an incident in which Alexander fell backwards of a swing, which then struck him in the forehead as it swung back. Experts speculated that this event damaged the frontal cortex of Alexander's brain. Such damage is known to produce poor impulse regulation and a tendency towards aggression. According to reports, the death of his grandfather greatly affected Alexander. In an effort to both dull the pain of the loss as well as to calm his severe aggressive tendencies, he began to consume large quantities of vodka. He continued to play chess both at home and in Bitsa Park, and joined with other men who are also drinking vodka. Russian media has speculated that Alexander was motivated in part by a macabre competition with another Russian serial killer, Andrei Chikatilo, who was convicted of killing 52 children and young women over a 12-year period. Alexander has said his aim was to kill 64 people, the number of squares on the chessboard. On October 24, 2007, he was convicted of 49 murders and 3 attempted murders. He asked a Russian court to add an additional 11 victims to his body count, bringing his claimed death toll to 60, and 3 surviving victims. Chess is truly a game for everyone. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one that's on your screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe.